Here comes everyone. I'm going to wait for the audio. Good morning. I'm going to wait for audio to connect. It takes a little bit for everybody to connect. So just be patient while everyone's audio connects. And I'm just going to say good morning. I'm Judge Person. I do welcome everybody to court this morning, and I will actually, we'll have plenty of time to address everybody's concerns. I want to let you know a few things before we get started. When you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That's what a ticket is. When you give a plea, you're giving your answer to that accusation. So that's how a plea works. There are three options for pleading: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. If you plead guilty, you're admitting that offense. You're saying, I did this. If you plead no contest, it means I'm not contesting it, I'm not admitting it, just want to move forward with sentencing. If you plead not guilty, you're just maintaining that innocence that the law presumes and moving that case toward trial. Pleading not guilty means you're asking for a trial ultimately. If you plead guilty or no contest, I'm going to move forward with your case today. I do have the information you've submitted to the clerks. I've reviewed it. And for some folks, I just have some possible solutions, and I probably need to get some input as well. If you plead not guilty, I'm moving that case toward trial, which means a pretrial, an online pretrial, an in-court pretrial. Neither of those take very long, and then we schedule trial. If you plead guilty or no contest, there's still 4 ways to keep the case off your record to gain a dismissal: compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court are all methods that we have to keep an item off someone's record. Let me tell you just briefly how those work. Things that can be dismissed for compliance are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. And the law just has to specify that that's an option. If you have something like that, I'm actually going to automatically start trying to get you to that dismissal. And I'll tell you, although you're welcome to ask questions about it when it's your turn, but I'm not going to wait for the question. I'm just going to head in that direction if it looks like we can get you there. So I'll be pushing, and that's why. If you have a moving violation, that's the second one. You can gain a dismissal through a driver safety course, provided you are not a CDL holder, that you have a valid Texas license, and you haven't been in the previous 12 months for purposes of getting a ticket dismissed. Plus, you need to be on time. If you qualify, I'm going to automatically look for that option because that's a lot of things. I don't expect you to remember the list, okay? Just trying to give you an overview. Some people are big picture people. I happen to be one of them. So I just like to give that overview and then give a list and sort of let people kind of know what to expect. So with the driving safety course option, what you can expect is I'll just start trying to get you there. And if I can get you there, then, and you want to do it, then we do that. If you don't want to do it, no one's going to make you do that. Let me tell you why we kind of incentivize that. That's not my creation, that's the state legislature. So the way that that works is that with every ticket, so let's talk about money for a minute. Every ticket has a court cost and a fine. And when you ask a clerk or you call in and find out what's my ticket, that's what sometimes that's called a window fine. That's just convenience so that you don't have to always come to court. Some people just pay their tickets. Some people can't pay their tickets. Some people fall in between. Some people don't agree with their ticket. We're trying to triage things, okay? But we always just give you that whole number, okay? Now, you can break that number down like a lot of different ways, but the biggest breakdown is usually costs and fines, okay? So court costs are set by the state legislature. Fines are set by the judge, okay? And then that money, if we collect it for the legislature, basically we send it to Austin. It goes to Texas. If you pay a fine, the fine stays with Temple. And I'll give you one guess who gets paid first. The state or the city? State, right? I saw people mouth it. It's the state. So court costs, I'm not being funny. What I'm actually getting you to is with the driving safety course option, you have to pay the court cost. I can waive the fine, okay? Because I can control this, but I can't control this. So you pay the court cost. you'd get your course turned in and your driving record turned in. You have to pay for those. Okay. You get those all in on time, those two things on time, your case gets dismissed. And the fine gets, that's when I waive it, is when I know I'm dismissing your case. Okay. And I will tell you that even though you're paying for a record and a course and your court costs, all those things together are cheaper than the whole ticket. And that's by design, because we want people to take that course once a year. They just drive better. If you think about it, you wouldn't go to a surgeon who didn't go to training. If they just got licensed and never went back to training, that would be a little spooky, right? So that's kind of why that works the way that it works. So anyway, enough said. But if you want that option and we can get you there, I'll do that with you. And I can work with you on different aspects of it, just depending on circumstances, which I'll be looking at, because I've been doing this a long time, and I kind of know where the main questions are. Doesn't mean you can't throw me a curveball, but just, when it's your turn, let's talk about options. Okay, the third option is what we call a deferred disposition. And this one's a little different. This one, you have to ask for it up front. Okay, the other two, I've been talking to you about them. This one, you request it. And there's a long-winded legal reason why you request it. But in any event, you're supposed to ask. Okay, and so why I'm telling you this is it's actually very simple. Guilty or no contest, I'd like a deferred. It's that simple. I'd like a deferred is really the magic language. And, kidding aside, we get, people don't wake up thinking about a deferred disposition. When you go to county, it's got a different name. So why I'm highlighting that is so that if you're trying to get a deferred disposition. Now, let me tell you what that is. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Deferred means a delay. Disposition means to make final. So I delay making it final. And if you get everything done that's in your paperwork, you get a dismissal. It's basically a piece of paper with a list of things to do. And if you do the list, you get it off your record. As far as a dismissal, it's not a conviction. Okay. There's always a record. There's a record of that you were stopped if you were stopped. There's a record of that event. Then it comes to the court. So people always ask me about their record, and I can't give legal advice, but I'll tell you, convictions are usually what people are thinking of when they ask the record question. But it does depend on circumstances, and I don't know your circumstances, and I can't give legal advice. If you need a legal advisor, you can have a break from this. We can reschedule you. You can have time to meet with someone, come back and either have a lawyer with you or don't. I don't have an opinion about that. But if you want time to do that, let me know. Excuse me. And then the fourth thing, remember I said there were four. The fourth thing is teen court. If you are eligible for teen court, it means you're in high school or middle school. And I'll be talking to you about teen court automatically. Okay, so those are the four dismissal options that I have available from the bench. I don't have hidden options that I hide just for people who know the secret handshake. I just give you the secret handshake right up front. The only secret handshake really is the deferred disposition and knowing to ask that. So if you didn't ask for it in your paperwork and it's your turn, you can just speak up and let me know that you're trying to do that. Okay. All right. So everyone will have a chance. And I was watching when people were logging in to see who logged in when. And we're going to start with Casey Money first, please. Mr. Money, you logged in first. So let me get you to unmute if you would. And I'm pulling your file. How are you this month? How are you this morning?
I'm good this month. I'm good this month and this morning.
Okay, thanks. Well, I was looking down at your monthly request for a monthly payment plan of $25. Actually, I think this was unusual. You put $25.50. No, you put 25 to 50.
Yeah, I didn't know what the range was, so I just put.
There's not really a range, but I appreciate you trying to sort of tell me what you think. To me, looking at your income information, and this is not an unusual thing for, especially right now, I can order community service.
Okay.
And you work at Feed My Sheep, so you know how that works. And you could even do it there. You just can't get paid to do the hours that you do for the court. Okay.
Sure.
But I don't know who's going to supervise you But anyway,
Because I'm the
right.
supervisor.
right, yeah. So what I'm gonna say is you can take that step. If you want a low payment plan, I can give you a low payment plan. Let me just get a quick look at something. Was he on time? I'm just gonna double check to see if you were eligible for dismissal. Is that vehicle been registered?
No, so I went to go get it registered and the title wasn't in my name. And it was like $700 to
Oh,
get the title put in my name. So I mean, that's the whole reason why none of it got done, was because I couldn't afford to get the title put in my name.
what's the status now?
I mean, I'm just waiting until I can afford to pay everything.
Any idea when that might be?
We're planning on getting it whenever we get our tax refund. The truck's not drivable right now, so I mean, I haven't been driving it.
So if you're gonna drive it, if you're gonna get it up to date, I can give you some time to get it, squared away and
Sure.
get a dismissal and pay $20 instead of 151.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what that time frame is. I don't know when we're getting our refund. So that's the only reason why I didn't, ask for any more extensions, because I had already asked for a couple of them. So
I can give you till April 26th.
okay. We've already filed, so it should be there by
Okay.
then.
So you probably, and then you got to do the process with the state. Have you gotten a temporary tag for it?
No, I mean, so no, I haven't.
I can dismiss with a temporary tag as
Okay.
long as it's valid when you bring it in. I can't, like, I have had people bring in a temporary tag and it's expired. So it would need to be valid when you come in. But why don't you can pursue a temporary tag. They'll usually give you up to 3 of those. That'll buy you 90 days of driving time.
Okay.
Clearly you're not driving it, but
Right.
so we could just try for 30 days.
Okay.
March 22nd. And if you get a temporary tag, I can do it then. If you get it registered, so much the better. Okay.
Okay.
I need to get a signature for you. For the extension.
Okay.
And I need to try to get that today. Can you come by today to sign that?
I should be able to. What time does the office close?
We close at 5.
Okay, yeah, I should be able to come by there before then.
Okay, I'm just making a note. Be sure when you get the vehicle registered, if the case is still pending, if we don't do it on a temp tag, if we do it on a registration, tell them
Okay.
that you got a ticket. They're going to charge you an $8 fee.
Right.
But we are supposed to have that $8 fee paid before we do the dismissal here.
Gotcha.
Right. So what I'll have at the front desk for you, and I'm sorry, when would you come by?
It'll be after 1. So
Okay.
probably around 2-ish.
Okay, that's fine. So what I will have at the front for you is an extension. Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you. Any
Thank you.
questions?
No, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're good to go.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So just moving forward, the next person is Jada Ambery. Hi, Miss Ambery, can you unmute?
Hi,
Hey, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. You're 17, so I don't have to have a parent, but do you have a parent with you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a no driver's license charge. And if you paid it, it's $181. I got proof of enrollment in school. I can allow teen court, but my first question for you is, are you getting the license? Are you in the process?
Yes, ma'am. I have my permit right now.
Oh, you have a permit already?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you acquire the permit?
It was June, and I get my license in February.
Well, it is February. So when in February? Here we are.
The 28th.
The 28th. Okay, you have an appointment and all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to give you a 2-week extension because I think, let me double check. I think you qualify for a prosecutor dismissal. I have I didn't mention these, but I have a few handful of dismissals that the prosecutor allows. And that just has to do with judges do certain things and prosecutors do certain things that they then ask the judge to sign off on, basically. And I have one of those on this type of charge. And I'm just checking to make sure you're, she didn't have any priors. She's on time. Eligible, item, cited. Did she have an insurance ticket? No. So she's good. Okay, so I just need your signature on an extension to the 22nd of March. And what that commits you to is to bring that DL in no later than that day
Yes, ma'am.
for that prosecutor dismissal. And that's, teen court is a sentencing option, but if there's a dismissal available like that, you don't need the sentencing option. So I will politely turn your teen court request down for now, okay? And
Okay.
give you an extension until March 22nd. And then if you can get your DL by then and bring it in, I can dismiss that ticket. And you don't have to go through the teen court process. You just can't get any more tickets while this is pending.
Yes, ma'am.
And you need to be on time, which means before or on March 22nd. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I need you to lawfully get here and sign your extension, or I can send it through an email if you can print it, sign it by hand, and email it back to me. Which is going to work better?
Probably going up there.
Okay, what
And
time?
my mom gets off of work at 4, so I should be good to come up there today.
Okay, by about 4:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll have that at the front desk for you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Ambery, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, stay on time and don't reoffend. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, and then get your DL.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, and then moving forward, Keith Banza.
How you doing this morning?
I'm well, thank you, Mr. Banza. I did look and I decided, based on the information that you've provided, I can order community service. I just wanted to check real quickly on one quick thing. On the DL, is he on time? Mm-mm. I'm trying to see if you're eligible for a license dismissal on the license, and then we had a previous, okay, there's not a prosecutor dismissal available. Okay. So anyway, I can accept your plea on the 2 cases. One is for cell phone use in a school zone, the other for no driver's license. And then instead of payment, I would order community service. You're eligible for that program. Okay. Now you live in Belton. I do have one provider over there that I know is or has been friendly to it.
I'm currently staying in a hotel right now.
Oh, okay.
My dad and them moved out of that house in Belton.
Okay.
I'm living,
you? Go ahead. Say that again, please.
living in a hotel in Temple.
Okay. Well, I have a list of places that are in Temple, so that might be a little bit easier. And the way that community service works, in your case, it's going to be 25 hours. Okay. And then the next thing is that you sign one paper. It's just a waiver that says if you pick Temple off the list of places they don't have coverage if you're injured, you can work at any nonprofit. I like you to consider using the list because you know it's good to go. if you leave the list, sometimes people get into trouble. They go to something that isn't going to get approved. But I have a list of instructions that tell you how to do it, okay? Including things I don't allow you to do, like food donations. I don't allow you to go to profit it has to be a nonprofit, okay? Churches, nursing homes, public schools, libraries, things like that. Also, any church. Also, as long as they're willing to do the paperwork with you and validate your hours and validate that they're a nonprofit. The list I have, I've already done that for. And those are places I know don't mind lots of people calling. So it's not an exhaustive list. It's just what I call the starter list. So you'll have instructions, the list, and a timesheet to use to keep track of your hours, get them signed off on by a provider. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And right now, what I would say is let's shoot for April 26th as a due date. If you need more time, the way that you do that is you come to the court and ask for an extension on or before your due date of April 26th. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any questions, Mr. Vincent?
So is the driver's license thing gonna be dismissed after that, or?
No, I'm not able to do that one as a dismissal. Because you had a prior in the last year. So
Mhm.
it wasn't eligible for a dismissal. Does that make sense?
Oh, I was told that if I got my driver's license, they would dismiss it, but
I don't know who told you that, but no one, it's a good idea to not assume that people speak for the judge because they may or may not. I mean, if they're at the front desk, I need to know who
yeah, it was
that
at the
is.
front. The people at the front desk, I don't remember who it was.
Okay,
But,
we've had a little bit of
said-
turnover here, but I'm sorry if there was a misunderstanding about it. And I will work on that on mine. But the law does not provide for any of that. Okay, we have one option, which is a prosecutor dismissal, and that one requires that you not have any prior driver's license related offenses in the prior 24 months. You had one in 2021, so we're not even close on that. Okay. I'll look at your file and see who may have said that to you, and I'll work on that. But and I'll circle back around on that. But that is not correct, and that's why it's a good idea not to get legal advice from non-lawyers and stuff like that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But I can do community service. Okay.
Okay.
And that I'm definitely got you signed up. My question is, can you come in this morning and sign your community service packet?
I'll have to walk there. I don't have a vehicle right now, so I'd have to walk to y'all.
Okay,
but,
well, okay. When should we look for you? I can email it if you can print it and sign it, and
I have no printer either. I can come up there this afternoon around 12.
that'd be fine. I'll put a note
Or before 12.
that as long as it's today, it will be fine. Okay. And it is at least nice outside.
I'll probably head that way after the hearing.
Okay. All right. Well, you're good to go. So we'll see you soon. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bowman, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
Still sore, but I'm hanging in there.
Still what?
I'm still pretty sore, but I'm hanging in there.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I know that the payment issue on your deferral has been a struggle. That's fine. We amended it once to sort of work on it. I would be remiss if I didn't offer, because you're qualified to do it, community service as an option instead of payment on this particular matter.
I appreciate that, Your Honor, but unfortunately, I'm a single father of 4 kids.
Oh, that's right. I do
there's-
remember.
There's no one here to help with that, but I did start my job this past week. My job was gracious enough to actually take a loan out with the company and allow me to use that and pay it back in payments, as well as deducting a little bit from my check each month to meet the amount that they put down there for me.
Okay,
So I do get paid this Friday, and unfortunately, I think this Friday is the end of the month, pretty much.
yeah, it's probably
But-
taken up.
On Monday, that'll pretty much make March 1st. I can pay off the whole 156, I think it was, that you allowed me to the total.
Let
I
me
can pay
look
off the
at
full
it.
amount.
Okay, let me look for a minute. I appreciate your can-do attitude. What's his total? I'm sorry, what's the breakdown of his total? Excuse me, I said that the wrong way.
It was 56 for the first 2 months and
Yeah,
57 the last.
I just need to break down the pie chart. Yeah, because I'm looking to do a reduction. I know I did one. Is the pie gonna be what is current? So I've already taken the fines off, right? It was 169, and I'm just looking to see if there's any more reductions that I could do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, I can't, 169 are the state costs.
I'll pay that, Your Honor.
That's all I can do. Okay, what's a good date? I'm gonna let you name your date because
I do get my check on Friday, but unfortunately banks are closed by the time I do get my check, so I can cash it on Saturday. But to be safe, well, it's 28th. Could we just say March 1st, just to be safe, Your Honor?
we can. Let me ask you a question. Are you paid every other week?
I paid every 2 weeks. It's bi-weekly, so
Mhm.
it's been a struggle because unfortunately by the time I got paid or the time I'm going to get paid, my next check will be March 11th, so I'll be late on the rent and utilities and everything. But this check on this Friday, the 25th, I get cashed on 26th. I could just pay that off so I don't have to worry about it next month.
Okay, I'm willing to do that. I'd also be willing to break it into 2 payments of 84.50.
That would actually help a lot more, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's say that the first is 1 payment.
I'm making notes on my calendar. That
And
was
then
84.
11th, I could go the 25th. That's 2 payments away, 2 paydays away.
That'll be perfect, Your Honor.
And I'm just putting a note that we're adjusting by agreement today so that we have a proper record. And what I'll do is just, Mr. Bowman, since your signature isn't required, I will sorry. I'm one of those people who can't walk and pat my head at the same time. What I'll do is email that to you.
Perfect,
And
Your Honor. Thank you.
that way I don't need a signature, so you don't need to come in. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Bowman. You take care.
You too. Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh, good. Okay. Let's see. Mia or Maya Long, if you can get on screen, please, and unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to start your video?
It says unable to access camera.
Okay, well, don't worry about it then. Let's not stress, okay? Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, listen, I did review everything. We did give you, we've had 4 extensions for community service. And then in the meantime, I have you marked down as self-employed. Okay. Are you working at this time?
No, but I watch my nephews to make a little bit of money just so I could pay this.
Okay. Well, because we've tried community service and that's not working. So, and then I just have one bill that you pay, which is an electric bill. Are those the bills you pay?
Yes, ma'am. But I moved out of my apartment this past weekend and back into my mom's house, so I actually no longer pay that bill.
Okay. So, and then you're just making $100 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
I just, and then you get food stamps, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Okay, I can do $25 a month.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't want to do the community service.
Yes, ma'am. That would be perfect. I can come Friday with the $25 payment.
Okay, so, okay, you can come in Friday. I need a signature on your payment arrangement.
I
you
can come in today as well. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm just making a note. You're going to set up payments today of $25 a month with a start date of this Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
And also, I'm going to make a note here. When should we look for you to come in and do payment? We want to do redemptions.
I think the 15th of every month.
Yes. Okay.
Also, when I get my taxes, I plan on making a bigger payment to try to knock most of it off.
Okay. Okay, listen, that sounds good. So what I've put here for the clerk is that you're going to come in today to set up a payment plan, that it will be starting this Friday, $25 a month. Your next payment will be March 15th, and then it will always be on the 15th. And I'm also going to do a reduction based on your income of your
Yes, ma'am.
fines. And I'll cut the fines. I can't cut the tickets in half, but I can cut the fines. Okay. Okay, Ms. Long, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
And Ms. Brown, I'll be right with you. Just phone caller. I just let a phone caller in, and I'd like you to unmute and tell me your name, please. Hello on the phone. Good morning on the telephone. Phone number beginning with 254, ending in 334. Are you Gregory Childs? Ms. Brown, let's go ahead and move forward. I did review everything that you sent in. I did review your time service request, and you are eligible to time serve all the old cases, okay?
Okay.
So those old cases are gonna get resolved pretty much today.
Okay.
Then the new charge was a no insurance charge, and I did have a plea on that charge. I just want to confirm your plea was guilty for the no insurance charge January 20th of 2022. The fines and costs are $281, and I received a written plea of guilty. And is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then that one I can't time serve that one. I can time serve the other. Goodness, there were prior 15 cases. So those 15 cases are going to just clear. And then it'll take the warrant will clear today. It will take
Okay.
a little while. The balances will clear today. The hold on the license, I think I have one with the
Yes, ma'am.
state. That can take a few weeks for them to clear. We'll clear it this week.
Okay.
It can take them, they'll say 21 days, but they mean business days. For them, they have a month under the law. I have 5 days, they have a month. I'll clear it
Okay.
pretty quickly. So that's going to clear up. Okay. And then the second one, I would allow a $25 a month payment plan on that last one. The insurance, the new one.
How much is the ticket altogether?
The ticket altogether is $281. Need more than 30 days to make payment?
I can come pay it off today. I got my
Okay.
taxes, so I can come pay it off.
Okay. I'll put that note. All right. What time should we look for you?
I can head there now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to recall your warrants today. Once I find my warrant recall stamp. There we go. And and then we'll look for you this morning. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
day. All right.
You too.
Bye-bye. So, phone caller, hello? Mr. Childs? Are you there? Mr. Childs, are you there? That's who we heard was calling, right? Well, I believe you're there. The problem is we're not communicating. I'm going to just tell you, I hope you can hear me. Maybe that's the case. I can't see your full phone number. Let me look. Can we look, drill down and see a phone number? I have. Okay, I think this is you. I'm going to try your phone.
Okay, there.
Yes, hi. Good morning, Mr. Childs.
Finally.
How are you, sir? I'm sorry?
I'm not used to doing the conference call because all of a sudden I couldn't get switch. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Don't stress. Don't stress. Listen, I'm looking and I'm seeing that payments are difficult. And I can order community service. Instead of payment.
Okay, could I do it from Colleen?
Yes.
Right now I have no car.
You can do it in Colleen.
So if I did, let's say I'm going to the food banks not that far because I had two tickets between roughly 6-7 weeks. One was in Plain later, had to do with I had my seatbelt on and I took it off, got in and out, then I got back in going down the street and cop pulled me over for no seatbelt. And I had to go to the bathroom. So anyway, I got a ticket, so I'm dealing with that and it's almost finished and I'm doing community service.
Yes. Where are you doing community service?
I'm sorry?
Where are you doing community service?
It's at the food bank.
That'll work for me.
Bell County.
Yeah, that will work for us too.
Okay. I could do that. Much it wore me out on one day, 8 hours worth. Because everything was done oddballs. I've been in business since I was a kid, and there was a easy way, so I started doing it more systematically instead of hodgepodge.
Okay,
Because that would work great then.
okay. Well, if I give you community service, and that's what I would like to do instead, it would be five hours. So you don't really have that much. You were close to finishing. And your due date would be March 22nd.
Yeah, I'm trying to write it down.
Can I email the information to you and you can print it out where you can use the timesheet?
I don't even know how to do that.
Okay, can I mail it? Can I mail it, sir? Just let me real quick ask, can I mail it to your address at North 14th?
That would be fine, but give me some preliminary information. But you're saying 5 hours and then just get it all jotted in or take it to the supervisor that I deal with, have her fill it out.
Yes,
Okay, that's fine. That's kind of what Colleen's doing.
yeah,
I'm actually hand carrying.
okay. 5 hours due March 22nd, okay? And we'll mail that to you too.
Okay, I can do that. Oh, God, next week's supposed to be really cold.
Well, you have 30 days, so you don't have to go next week, for me anyway.
But I just didn't get it out of the way. It's been bugging me. I thought, well, could I call? Well, no, it should be fine. So I contacted you guys saying I was planning on paying 2 payments, but I can't. I could do 1.
Yeah,
But now you're saying community service, so that works well for me.
yeah, and especially if you're already doing community service for another court, it really just makes sense to keep you on that plan, okay?
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome, Mr. Childs. Do you have any further questions?
What do I need to follow up any more with you right now, or?
Not today. We're just gonna mail you the information and then you get it done and turned in on time, okay?
Okay, fine. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
and just don't forget your due date, okay? If you need more time, you can let me know. You can drop a letter or a letter to the clerk, okay?
But right now, with the THC, my short-term memory is not good. That's what I
Okay.
wanted to say, but anyway.
Let me ask you, okay, let me just, one quick thing. If you mail your community service paperwork back to us, make sure you keep a copy for yourself and call and make sure we receive the mail. You know how the mail's been lately.
It's been really bad.
Yeah,
I've been getting mail 2 days after it's supposed to be delivered the week before.
yeah. Well, we're having that experience too. So if you mail things back to us, call and check on it, okay?
Okay. I'll try to make a note of it. That's kind of a joke to me now, because it used to be good service.
Right.
They changed the plan, and what's happened, it's not real good.
Not real good. Yeah, they changed all of that. Okay, well,
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. That's a relief.
good. Thank you, Mr. Charles. I appreciate you making the effort and getting here, and I'm glad we were able to get it figured out.
You know that they have it shows up as a church that I called the number. It goes through that to get to you.
Huh, that's strange. I haven't heard that one yet.
Like 3 times saying, hey, wait a minute, this isn't what I'm calling. I'm calling something to do with the court.
How strange. Huh.
Church of Christ in Houston.
Wow, I haven't heard that one yet. Okay, well, maybe it's something to do with your settings.
You got to dial 346. Where is it? 278-77. 99, and it comes up Church of Christ.
Yeah, and that's not our. Oh, that's strange. Oh, I know for the Zoom thing. Okay.
something new every day, so.
Okay,
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
thank you,
I'll
sir.
get it done.
Okay,
I'll look for the, for email and the mail itself.
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And I'm going to disconnect you, Mr. Childs, from us. Seeing no one.